Dodgy repair job, that lad. You still not found the bumper? He's had a crash. This is what I looked like before. I said I'd be on the grind this year for YouTube. So January, I've been grafting all month. We lost about 2 grand and everything went wrong. We had a car nicked. We blew up an expensive car, Audi S3. We had an unexpected error on the Scirocco. Now it's not selling and there's an engine light. The engine's on its way out. This car had been in a crash as well. Nothing good happened, to be honest with you. Oh, I think your power steering's died.
No, allow it.
Feel it then.
I've got to take it back.
Give it a tug.
You thrashed it back there.
I didn't thrash it. I was doing straight line, you bellend. But about the car being nicked, a lot of people are asking how did we even track down the thief. I'm going to explain how we tracked down the thief step by step and the real reason we actually got the car back. But first, the S3 throttle body up on it while I was driving it. That was a £550 repair bill. I reckon I could have got it done better, but alright, owner's choice. £550 with labour, Audi genuine parts. We're in a £550 loss, you know what I mean, for 3 POV videos. I don't know how rich you think I bloody am, but I'm not making a £550 profit on 3 little POV videos. That wasn't a bad start to the January grind. The Scirocco we bought for a bargain price. Turns out it wasn't actually a bargain, it was a banger. The engine's on the way out, basically. I need to plug it in and see what's up. So that's 2 flops there, but it's fine. I think the reason these happened is because I wasn't switched on, because when I focus on YouTube I forget about the real life shit that's going on as well. So that is my fault. I should have been more switched on when buying the car. I take accountability, but we're going to sort it out. Then obviously the big one, the main one, the car got nicked. That was a really good start to that was really good motivation to the new year. Car got nicked, Romo got off in it. I just want to say that I'm not accusing all Romanians of stealing, what like someone was saying in the comments. To be honest, the only people accusing them of stealing are the people in the comments. The general public's accusing them of stealing, so maybe stop stealing, bro. But nah, but I know there's a black sheep in every like race and all of that. We're ones to talk. We keep letting off black backpacks in airports and that. We don't mean we're all like that, and it's the same with Romos. Romanians is the correct term. How did we actually go about getting the car back? Now it's a bit of an interesting story. The guy who nicked it had his first name on Facebook but a fake surname, and at the time I did not know it was a fake surname. I didn't even believe that the first name on the Facebook account was his actual first name, because if you're a robber, yeah, if you're a predator and someone brings up chat logs, you're not really going to use your first name, are you? You're going to do, I'm not telling you advice on what to do, what not to do, but generally you wouldn't use your first name, which is why I also didn't think it was his first name. But I didn't care. I was getting a sale. I've sold to loads of Romanians before. I've sold to all sorts of people before, and I've never had a car nicked. So I thought, cool, it's just another one. Went in, did what I needed to do, come out, car's gone. There's just a little dry patch from the rain and then me scratching my head. So then I've gone to Manchester. This is not in relation. I had to go to Manchester for something else quite important, and I'm in the hotel calling this guy. I couldn't even do nothing. I'm just in this hotel room looking out a box window, disgusting view by the way, knowing that my Civic's on its way to Uzbekistan right now. So I was a bit fucked. A day later, when I got to Money, I've gone on the Facebook profile and it's friends with 5 people, one of which of those 5 people has the same name but a different surname as the Facebook account that came to view my car, the guy who came to view my car. Is this that guy, or is it, like, what's going on? So obviously I've gone into the profile. To my surprise, there's a picture of him like smiling at a party. He's right there with his little round face, bro, looking like some, you know, the sun in Teletubbies. It looked like that in this picture. Not sure if I can find it now because he's blocked me. I'm quite butthurt, you know. I thought we could start a relationship. My man robbed my car, helped me out in a video, featured in it, and then he blocked me. You make it make sense. I'm just trying to make some friends. He's blocked me. Gone onto this Facebook profile. It's my man's profile, his real profile. This one had like 200 friends. I've gone onto the profile, I've messaged it, and he's blocked me. So then I thought, okay, cool. So he knows what's going on, innit? So now I've messaged my boy, someone else. He's gone onto his profile, he's stalked it a bit, he's taken all his screenshots, he's then tried to text it, and then it's more blocked than my GTD DPF, which also failed in January. We made a loss on the GTD, by the way. That's another fail in January.
You had a shocking month.
Shocking month, bro. Nah, I can't lie, this is the worst economic month, bro. We're the shittest trader. We make an average of minus 500. So he's got screenshots of the whole thing, his whole profile, and one particular picture stood out to me. It wasn't a selfie. He took a picture at some show in some underground, I don't want to say the name because I feel like it will bait out the guy who helped me, because he shouldn't have done this. We had to break some laws to do this, so sometimes breaking law is okay. not when you're stealing a car, but there's an underground, what is it, like a bar, an underground events place where musicians go, and he took a picture there. I've never been personally, I know people have been, I've seen pictures of it before. Basically, you know where raves happen, but not like big raves. I don't even know what happens in there, probably like circle jerks and all that. Let's be honest, what else are you doing in an underground dungeon, bro? So anyway, this guy was there, and he posted in that show, you can see like the name of the show he's watching, the particular one. I knew someone, okay, fast forward to like a couple years ago, about 4 years ago now, when I went to college. This is the butterfly effect, because I barely went to college. Even ask you, what was my attendance in college? Was it even 10%?
No.
I never went to college, bro.
I did your work for you.
He did my I used to never go to college, so with never going to college, I never used to speak to anyone in my college because I was just working, bro. I just wanted money. All I knew was wake up, get money. I didn't know about wake up, write your dissertation, apply to uni, have a £0 net profit at the end. And here I am 4 years later with minus £500 loss in the first minute. I had one mate in college. Coincidentally, he worked at the place this show took place. His job there was a DJ, and I remember when I first met him, I didn't really like him, and this is completely honest, bro, if you're watching, because you know this as well. It's not like I didn't like him, he was just very opposite to me. We kind of got put together. He was a skinny arm, cuts his wrist, emo, Monster Energy. Because bro, I know you're watching, but you were in it, and I'm so glad you're here today, because I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think you'd be here for more than that long. I don't think your life expectancy were gonna be that long with your Monster Energy and you're cutting yourself and your mental health issues. But you made it, so fair play to you, bro. Is that not a very nice thing to say? I'll keep it in, innit? Yeah, I still had him on Snapchat. I said, by chance, do you know anyone who works there? This is how confident I was that he probably doesn't work there. He's replied with, yo, I still work there. I've worked my way up the ranks. And he replied instantly in like 30 seconds, considering I've not spoken to him for about a year at this point. Yo, I work there. I've worked my ways up the rank. I'm like a events organizer or something. You know what I mean? He literally managed the whole thing. And I thought, there's no way. It was piecing together. You got to remember, this time my mental was quite low. I was not confident I was going to see my Honda Civic again. I don't know why you'd even bother stealing that broad bean. You know what I'm saying? Why you steal something nice, innit, man? You might as well just buy it at that point for all this headache. I've told him the situation, this has happened, and this guy came to your show. Was you in that day? And he said, yeah. That's a small world, innit? Someone I went to college with was with my car thief working at the show. And I told him, is there any way you can get this guy's details? And he goes, yeah, we have a lot of security issues. I can definitely get you the details. So now I've just jizzed in my pants, but I'm thinking there's no, this is too, you know what I'm saying?
Too good.
Boys, I know you lot think this is too good to be true. I agree with you. I also think this was too good to be true. I didn't even believe it. And I've sent him all the screenshots. And he says, yeah, bruv, give me till the morning and I'm gonna see what I can do, because he could only do this from his work. And he also said there's a 50% chance. You know what I'm saying? We're still back down 50%. I didn't sleep that night. Stressful night, bro. I was on Facebook looking for Honda Civics braking, Honda Civic alloys for sale. I was looking, I swear to God, bro, I was shook. eBay, Gumtree, everywhere. I was on all of them, scrolling like a fucking brain rot TikTok addict, mate. I was trying to get my Civic back. Tells me the next day, yo, I've got good news for you, my brother. I says, what's that? He says he's found his ticket, a QR code, and he's found his address. He's found a house address. I was thinking, there's no way we've done this without the police. By this point, I'd called the police. I told them, yo, can you put a stolen marker on my car? Or better still, can you help me find the car? Like, I'd appreciate that, you know what I'm saying? You lot got about 20 cars with blue lights on it. Help a brother out, I got a VW up. She was basically implying it's my fault. I agree with her, but I ain't gonna beg it, innit? If they don't want to help me, that's fine. Me and my man will sort it out ourselves, bro. This address was 15 minutes away from my house, so it's not that unlikely that I would have seen the car anyway. I was convinced it wasn't going to be his name, because he nicked the car, you know what I'm saying? So why the hell would he put the car in his name? And you want to know another thing? I don't think he was a car thief. I think he was just a normal thief. Clearly not from this country, doesn't know about the ANPR and all that. He saw a freebie and he took it. No, but you know what I'm saying? It wasn't a very controlled robbery, which is why I don't think he was a car thief. I do think this was his first time doing it. It was a very old school way of doing it, just driving off with the car. He didn't like manipulate the ECUs and all that, you know what I'm saying? Why would you not let me go, you f***ing? Thank you. Nah, safe, bro, appreciate you. He's not a car thief, I think he's a retard, to be honest. I think that's just what he does for a living. I've gone to this address, finally, it's the next day, and I've got low hopes. I was thinking he's probably just put a random address, because you don't really have to do no ID confirmation when transferring a car. You just have to put a name. Gone to the house. You saw the clips of me going to the house. One guy actually confirmed he'd seen the car. That was the only confirmation I had, was someone on the street had seen a red Honda Civic outside that house, which is quite a specific car. There wasn't really any other red ones there. Anyway, during this, I texted his Facebook account on a new Facebook account I've got now. Yo, just move forward. You don't need to stand in the road like some twat. Sorry, but where's the survival instinct? I texted his address, and surprise, to everyone's surprise, suddenly it's fast replies. I'm on my phone, I'm available. He's replying. I send a message and bang, I get a message back. The rest is all in that video. If you want to watch it, put some money in my pocket. That is the story on how I tracked down my car thief. It's not, like I said in that video, it was literally through contacts and mates and just knowing people is the only reason I got it back. The authorities didn't help me. Him working there, the guy I met at college, he didn't want me to say his name, which is fine.
You actually got so lucky.
I got very lucky, bro. You boys, you've got a deep how lucky I got. I don't even know where I would meet a DJ anywhere else. You know what I'm saying? I don't even go on nights out or anything no more. We did try a couple methods. I'm not gonna lie, this wasn't the first method we tried. It's the one that worked. It's the one that got the car back. Again, I want to give a massive shout out. I'm just giving shout outs to Air Particles, because you lot don't even know these people. Big up to the guy who went on the Facebook account and screenshotted it when I was blocked. And big up to the guy who works in that underground place, because if it weren't for you two, I think the Civic would have been in Romania by now, and we never have got that address. The guy apologized, but I don't think he's sorry for nicking the car. He's sorry he got caught. He was bamboozled. We found his address, even though the retard had put it on his logbook name. Sorry, bro, letting my stress out on the course now. Yo, this car needs tracking.
Does, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's finished.
Look at the curb at 40 miles an hour, skidding on the arse.
I can see that, bro. The tracking's out. There's a different postcode.
I just always have it slightly right.
Bro, you're always a bit like that.
I have it slightly right so I don't go slightly
Nah, but I'm almost dabbing driving this car. You know what I'm saying? Boys, if you can't see nothing, I can't either. I actually can't. It's so foggy. But the problem is, a lot of the time we're busy in the day. So by the time we can film, this is the situation. But yeah, January's been a flop. I don't wish it on anyone, to be honest. Hopefully February is going to be better. There's so much happening in February. We've got Valentine's Day. Oh, and his missus broke up with him in January.
Oh, I don't know if I include that.
You don't want to put that in?
She watches your content.
Your bird watches POV Yaris.
No, you know what it is? You know what? I've kept civil, innit?
I feel like we've been too negative. What's one good thing that took place in January?
I nearly broke my leg, but that's not it.
Yeah, I know when you broke. You know when you told me that when I was at a funeral. Wait, January's been shit.
You had a funeral.
Dude, I actually think this is not, I don't know, I don't feel like the worst month of my life, but it's been a pretty bad month in a long time. We've been strained in January, bro. Oh my god, you telling me we've got to do this 11 more times this year? I want to end this with a positive note. I hate negativity. What's one good thing that happened in January? Go on. I actually can't think of anything.
For me, bro.
Oh, I think your power steering's died.
No, allow it.
Feel it then.
I've got to take it back.
Give it a tug. Why has it gone so heavy? Bicep workout, cause.
Please don't.
What do you want me to do? I was driving it normally.
You thrashed it back there.
I didn't thrash it. I was doing straight line, you bell end.
You're fixing that for me.
No, I'm not. I just put throttle body in S3.
Can I take that up? And you keep this?
Take it up the arse, bro. I ain't keeping this.